Hey, what's up, guys? Big Daddy Dippin' here. And today is not a dip video. Today is a tech video for some responses I've had and comments on my videos. Now, I've had a lot of comments and questions on, how are you getting such good resolution, and how are your videos turning out, with so clear and stuff. The biggest thing these guys have to worry about when doing video is your lighting. If you notice, a lot of cameras do good in the outside, but when you come inside to make a video, you're like, man, why the hell is it so fucked up in here? Well, that's because of your natural lighting. If you have like 40 and 60 and 80 watt bulbs in your house, the regular desk and wall lamps and shit like that, a lot of that brings a yellow overcast. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull this down here. This is one of the lamps that I use. That I picked up for 45 or 50 bucks, somewhere in that area. Okay. As you can see, it's got 4 bulbs in it. Okay. Turn it on, super bright. Alright. I believe Lowe's has something like this. I bought mine at a Big Lots. You guys might have those in your area. Okay. Fluorescent lighting is going to be your best way to go. Number 2, don't buy like generic webcams from like Dollar General or something that you see like that. Yeah, they do okay if you're not worried about the graininess and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people use their webcams that are built in to their laptops. Well, I know you guys, if you save up a little bit of cash, go to Walmart, you can get an HP or a Logitech webcam for around 25 bucks, and you can even go to like Lowe's or Home Depot and get one of them lights like you see in a basement, the big metal shroud that has the long tube lights in it. You can get them to where they're like, like that big. They cost like around 12 or 14 bucks. All you would need is that, and just you can screw it to your wall, hang it from your ceiling, with some rope or whatever. It's real easy to do a setup. I mean, you can even make like the shape of an H and on the floor, and then 2 pieces coming up, and then another piece coming on it, and then screw it to that and have it like it's a stand. It's really easy to get the right lighting that you need. It's really cheap. And I know a lot of people make their videos with hand cameras, like digital cameras and stuff, which is good. But you gotta make sure that your lenses are always clean. You gotta make sure you have good lighting. And these guys won't have the grainy yellow backgrounds and stuff that a lot of you guys are writing to me about. Like I said, guys, like 14, 15 bucks at Lowe's, you guys can get a lamp. I think they might have something like these here, like I said, because I know they sell the replacement bulbs for them there. And I mean, these lights, this desk lamp that I've had, I've never replaced it, and I bet you I've had this lamp for a year and a half, and it's still super bright. And I use it all the time. It's not like I just pop them on for video. It's like an everyday lamp. The tall one, sometimes I'll turn it on if I want a little bit more light, but it's more for video, so I have extra lighting. As you can see, if I turn it off, this is, and if I set this one up like this, then my whole desk is lit up perfectly fine. I can still be seen, but if I turn it like this and aim it at me, and then I flip this one on, it's just a world of difference. I mean, even if I turn the side, you can see my tag on my hat. You can even read all of it. Long cut, Copenhagen, wintergreen. It's all in your settings too, guys. If you have a Logitech webcam, you got a decent cam, do not use the right light setting for it. Shut that shit off. Turn off the use automatic settings for exposure and gain. Take off the automatic setting for white balance, and just go in and just adjust it a little bit at a time. Click each bar and go with it with your wheel and your mouse. Okay, as you can see, I'm doing that now. and everything, it'll adjust up by itself. Okay, like you can see here, there's my white balance is all the way out. I'm looking like a jaundiced dude with a green shirt on, but right here is about my natural coloring. Like if I would turn on the auto, this is what I would look like with auto on, and that is definitely not my coloring. Okay, now if I come back down here, this is my natural coloring. This is where auto put me. Okay, so it's big difference, you know. Especially if you guys have an older cam and you got this auto white balance on. I mean, a lot of you guys do have this coloring in your videos, and if you got your contrast screwed up, you know, you might look like this, and with your brightness, you might have a video that's looking like this. Turn your brightness back down, come over, turn your contrast down, get your white balance, and put it back to where it needs to be. Okay, but that's really it, guys. I mean, you know, it's all in your settings and it's all in your lighting. Now the webcam has a bit to play with it. If you have like a really crappy webcam from like the dollar store or something you've seen, you know, in a garbage bin or something, then it just could be the cam is bad. But I know a lot of you guys use digital cameras, which have great lenses on them, and you know, you can take really good video with those. Okay, there are some video editing programs out there that are free, and if you do go and you Google them, and that way you can access the white balance and gain and stuff like that, you can improve your videos tenfold. But your biggest key factor, guys, is lighting. I can't say it enough. No matter how much I stress it. I mean, I don't even have a lamp down here with a bulb to shut these ones off and turn them on and to show you guys. The regular bulbs that are in lamps or in your ceiling lights, 90% of the time they're the like 60 or 80 watt bulbs, and they give an overcast a yellow. Okay. That's definitely not what you want. You want fluorescent, and you want a lot of light. Okay, guys, the more light you have, the more natural light it is, like fluorescent light, the better off you're going to be. The only bad drawback of the fluorescence is that if you have fluorescent lights in your room and at your desk, fluorescent lights tend to make you stay awake because of the sun. It's like a copy of sunlight. If you ever notice, you go to work, you get in work, you show up tired, within about 20 minutes to a half hour, you're wide awake. Or while you're at work, you're like, and then as soon as you leave, you're like, oh man, I'm ready to go and go to bed. Well, that's because you're tired, plus the change in the lighting. If it was sunny all the time, it'd be harder for people to sleep because the brightness of the sun triggers something in your brain and says, hey man, you know, time to wake up. It's just how your body's been programmed over the years. When you're out and about doing sports and, you know, doing stuff out in the sun, your brain's getting all these light waves, and it's just, you know, saying, okay, let's go. You know, as it gets darker outside, it tends to relax you. So that's only one drawback of the fluorescent lights. I know if I sat here with these lights on all night long, I could stay up till 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and as soon as I turn them off, within 20 minutes to a half hour, I'd be dragging. And there's been nights where I've been sitting here, no lights on, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna fall asleep. Turn lights on, bam, wide awake. You know, especially during raids, playing World of Warcraft, which I basically now stopped doing. It just got too fucking boring. It's too boring. But there's my timer, guys. I'm at 9 minutes and 40 seconds, or 44 seconds now. And we're going to end this. So this is Mr. Biggie Mac, a.k.a. Big Daddy Dippin', saying, see you guys on YouTube. Have a good one.